Now next is the movement of water between the cell and its external environment. Now as diffusion means the exchange of gaseous molecule, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Same way here you will come across a new term, osmosis. Osmosis means a process in which the water molecules moves from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, but with the help of a semi-permeable membrane. Therefore, we can say that osmosis is just a special case of the process of diffusion. It is also a form of diffusion. Diffusion is gaseous exchange and osmosis is the exchange of water molecules, but with the help of a semi-permeable membrane. Without a semi-permeable membrane, the water molecules cannot move from a higher concentration to a lower concentration region. Now, this osmosis undergoes in different kinds of solutions. There are three kinds of solutions: hypotonic solutions, isotonic solutions and hypertonic solutions. Hypotonic solution means the solutions in which the concentration of solute is more. Now you will be thinking, what is solute? Solute means, suppose I am taking a spoon filled of sugar and I am dissolving it in water. So the sugar is my solute, water is my solvent, and the mixture that I get by mixing sugar and water is the solution. Okay, solute means the substance that you are mixing inside a solvent, that is water, and by combining solute and solvent you get solution. So hypotonic solution means the solution in which the concentration of solute is more. Example, sugar or salt. The solution in which the concentration of sugar or salt is more is known as a hypotonic solution. Now you can see that I have a beaker filled with water. Okay, inside that you can see a red colored region. Suppose that region is a blood cell. Now what happens when I am keeping this blood cell inside a hypotonic solution? So what happens, the water will be water will move inside the cell, because inside the cell the content of water is less, so it will move inside the cell. Now when the water molecules move inside the cell, what happens? The size of the cell will increase, means the cell will swell. So net water gain, which imparts the cells to swell. At one moment what happens, the cell will gain more amount of water and it will burst. Next is isotonic solution. Isotonic solution means the solution in which the concentration of solute and the concentration of solvent is balanced, means the water molecules inside the cell and the water molecules outside the cell is balanced. It is attained when there is net water loss, that is the cell will shrink. Next is hypertonic solution. Hypertonic solution means the solution in which the concentration of solvent is more, means the concentration of water inside the cell is more. So what happens? So in this kind of solution, when it is kept in hypertonic solution, the water inside the cell will move to the outer region. Okay, inside the cell the water concentration is more, outside the cell the water concentration is less. So the water molecules will move from the higher concentration to lower concentration. So when the water molecules move from inside the cell to the outer surrounding, what happens? The amount of water inside the cell will be less, so it will ultimately make the cell to shrink. Okay, so there will be net water loss and the cell will shrink. You can take an example of resin. Resin is that draksh. Okay, draksh you would have seen when you keep it in water. When you are soaking it in water overnight, what happens? It will swell. So why it is swelling? Because it is a dried form. Okay, resin is a dried form. We are removing the water from the resin. So when it is kept inside the water concentration in the outer region will be more. So the water will move from outside, it will move inside the cell, that is inside the resin, and the resin will swell. You can also take an example of this chana dal, chana and all. When you are soaking it overnight, okay, when you in the morning when you see it will be swollen up. Why it is swelling up? Because the water molecules from the outer surrounding gets inside the cell and it will swell. Okay, now next is, what is endocytosis? It is a process by which the plasma membrane engulfs the food and other material inside the cell. Now you would have seen an amoeba. Okay, how does an amoeba takes up the food material? It moves with the help of the false feet known as the pseudopodia. It takes up the food. How does it takes up the food? Its plasma membrane, that is the outer covering of the amoeba. That outer covering is known as the plasma membrane. It breaks the plasma membrane, then it engulfs the food, or it swallows the food material inside it, and the plasma membrane again seals by itself. So this process in the amoeba is known as phagocytosis, but whenever in any of the organisms or any of the cell, when the plasma membrane engulfs the food or other material, the process is known as endocytosis. You can give an example of amoeba. And the plasma membrane is also known as a cell membrane also. So here we are completing the structure of the plasma membrane and the functions of the plasma membrane. Thank you.